All right, we're down to our final
Final 8 for the men's and women's.
quarterfinal events where we have 8 tables in the arena here, and we are focusing on table number 1.
Table number 1, we have A.Lining of the Philippines, former champion of this tournament, of this event, playing I.I.M.A. Tomoya, also a former champion. Actually, the reigning champion, as he is the last year's winner, so he's the reigning champion, I guess. Until he's dethroned. He's reigning, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's the way royalty works, I think.
Yeah, they get a rack apiece to warm up.
Oh, did I close the YouTube? Did I close the live match? No, I did not. I put it over here. Okay, open new. Okay, open the window. Let's see if I can get.
Tomoya, his current ranking is 8th.
Tomoya. Yeah, Tomoya.
Tomoya.
My son is warming up right now. I'm trying to find the stream that I had up just a while ago. Where did that go? Can I go from here? Why did I close it?
Okay, practice rack for leaning now. Or is he just, yep.
Oh, Lenning looks so different from the last time I saw him. Of course, that was a long time ago. Huh? What about it? Oh, I do not, but I can look them up. Okay, I'm trying to look up some stats for our players since they sprung it on us which match we're actually going to be watching today.
Nikoi? One of the few left-handed Asian players.
Okay. Where did my brackets go? Where did the draws go? Where's my draws?
Oh. He is a former world #1 player. A.Lining is no stranger to Japan. Was the champion of this tournament 3 years? 2 years? Twice. Okay. He has also been a finalist, at least, in the All Japan tournament. against Efren in 99.
Okay, let me get back to our event draws. Okay, Antonio Winning and IIMA Tomoya. Let's see if they have had any matchups before. The past scoreline. Wow, that's a slow. Okay, they have not played each other
First
so far.
head-to-head.
This is their first head-to-head. Currently, Antonio Linning is their. They have him ranked 10th. And they have IIMA ranked 43rd, but that's not their JPBA ranking, I don't think.
IIMA is ranked 8th. Current JPBA rankings.
JPBA rankings is 8th.
Oh, wait. 20 to 22, so maybe. This is weird. This is 2020 to 2022 ranking. Kind of a combined ranking, I guess. Okay, are they... Okay, they need to get some rank.
Okay, let me see if I can find him on the calendar map, and I do not find Linning on here. I see IIMA ranked at 5th as of August 2023. Linning is, of course, not on this page.
We still have a few of our top 10 ranked players on the men's side in this tournament.
Yep. Let's see what I can find here. Antonio Linning. He's got 1,990 points, so he's actually ranked pretty high right now. So his rating as of September of 2023 is 10th. Antonio Linning is from the Philippines.
60 years old.
Currently 60 years old. His nickname is Nikoy, and he's one of the few left-handed players. His win-loss ratio so far for 2023 is 6 wins with no losses, and here we go with a ceremonial opening break. Breaking from the rail. A typical long Filipino stroke there.
Break. He made a ball on the side.
He's got a good break. Made a ball. And now we're looking at a partially hidden one ball. Looking at, okay, I found some of his other stats. His total all years match win-loss ratio is 71%, 239 wins, 98 losses. He's mostly in Japan, mostly beaten by Masahiro Shimano or Oliver Villafuerte, who is also in this tournament. The opponent who he beats the most is Naoyuki Oi, who was a champion.
He has been.
Has been a champion at this particular tournament or event. Okay. All right. So where are we at? Back to the screen. Eyes away from the stats.
I guess you could see that. Okay, we've got the 3-ball just about above the spot. And
If you would get out of the way so I could see.
And this is the pink 4-ball.
Yep,
up
pink
here by
4-ball.
the top right corner pocket. Is that bottom right from here? Do we
from
consider
this-
that's the bottom? Okay.
Looking at the screen, it's the bottom left corner pocket, right? It's still the bottom left corner pocket looking at the screen. At least that's the way I'm looking at it.
All Right.
Looking at how to get to that 5 ball, he wants to get off to that side of the table. You don't want to have an angle that takes you into the 10. I mean, it wouldn't be a death trap, but it's still not ideal. Nice long, okay, here we go, go 3 rails and into it. He tried to scoot into that.
He's gonna call that 10 ball.
Okay,
He's
gonna
calling
play
the 10 ball and playing the combo.
Pretty good shot if you can get away with it. And what do you do with the cue ball? Do you hit it with high right to bring the cue ball up table in case you miss and leave it split apart? No.
You just make the ball.
I guess if you're a champion, you just make the ball. You don't have to plan for ifs and
Or buts.
Buts. Was that ifs and buts were candies and nuts and we'd all have a Merry Christmas? Is that what it was? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know when commercials are playing and when they're not, where they don't give us any kind of a notification. So if we're talking over a commercial, apologies. So we're just a little bit behind, not a whole lot. So this is the stream right here. So he's just starting the rack in the stream, and on our monitor he is getting done with the rack. Okay, that gives us a little bit of an idea of where the commercials might be sitting. Okay, so Antonio Linning, 1-0, playing I.I.M A Tomoya, who we also watched play last year, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Because he won it last year, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, he did. We commentated on that match, I think. Did we not?
We did.
We did. Okay, all right. So, again, a good break. Not getting much luck with where the 1 ball is ending up, but he's having good luck with where the cue ball is ending up. Okay, what do you do here? 60 years old. 60 years young. And again, this is one of those games where it really doesn't matter what your age is. If you've got good eyes and you can swing a cue and you can still think, you can still do some damage.
Ooh, he's using
Yeah, nice
extension on that.
Nice extension. Still kind of miscued a little bit on that.
Yeah. Did not get as far as he wanted.
No, he didn't get a free swing like he wanted. You saw him shake his arm off of that. Okay. So, I.I.M A-san faced with a sharp cut on the 1 ball, which that trajectory of the cue ball, if you were just to flat cut it, would take him to the side rail below the side pocket towards the second
the 3 ball.
Yeah.
Oh. Not a bad idea. I just don't know what his speed will be.
Yeah, he might be able to 2 rail, go to the rail, go between the 3-6, and then end rail and back out. Or he could try to slow roll it, because 3 is next, right?
He's got a pretty long stroke here. It looks like he may be
Well,
going to spin it around.
That may just be because that's where he can bridge.
He's bridging over that pocket.
On the pocket. Yep. So do you try to go around shooting this, or you cinch it? I think you go around. Cinching it, you're not going to really...
He's stroking like he's going around.
Yep. Going around, going into it. Don't make
made
it.
it.
Oh, you don't
no.
want to make it. You don't want to make it.
And he is hooked on that 4 ball.
He has a little bit of a hookage.
For those who aren't familiar with these Aramith tournament black balls, the pink 4 ball, and then the 5 is purple. So
Yes.
he looks like he's going to kick one rail, and he has called the 4-ball in the side pocket. This is a call pocket 10-ball.
Okay, was not successful with the kick. We ended up with a little bit of a scratch, so Lining will come in with ball in hand. And the way this table is laid out, pretty much everything is sitting right in front of a pocket, except for the 9 and 10, basically. So it looks like we have a pretty clinical out in the making here. Shoot the 5, a little bit low right probably. Come off the side rail and go towards the 6. He's got a nice, look at that long bridge. It's one of the things I've noticed really, and a lot of people have noticed about Filipino players having a really long bridge. And that is the distance of the bridge hand towards the tip of the cue is when it contacts the object balls. Pretty long. Some people say it's because they have to reach for more shots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know though, because it's not.
No. Maybe we could ask them. Because I also see some pretty tall Filipino players also with nice long bridges. Oh, he really killed it off that rail.
Yeah,
okay.
So he has the angle towards the right after hitting that 8-ball.
Yep. So do you go ahead and take it to the side rail, or you just go one rail? I'd go ahead and take it to the side rail.
I think I take it to the side because you're likely to get an angle on the 9. Don't need much. Little kill. Ooh, his speed was just a bit.
Just a little bit up. That's okay.
He does have to reach over the 10-ball. But again, he's left-handed.
He has to reach across
he has to reach
the table.
across and.
Yeah. So this is a pretty standard shot.
His extension again.
Just shoot with a little bit of low, so you bump off the rail and come across the table below or to the right-hand side of that side pocket. So it's basically a 2-rail bounce. 1.
Very comfortable.
2, and there you go. Yeah, a lot of people make the mistake of trying to put too much side spin on that because they think, oh, I want to come down table for that ball, but you have to remember.
Then you're going to end up with a
you end up crossing
45-degree cut.
You end up crossing the zone and you don't stop in time. Okay, so
Antonio Lining, 2-0.
2-0 matchup. So who else from the Philippines is still in?
Dennis Arroyo.
Table 1, we've got Lining. Table 2, table 3, we've got Demosthenes and Dennis Orcoyo.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 3 Filipino players remaining. Oh, that's it. Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
lost.
We lost a few in the last
3
round.
of them in the round of 16.
Yeah, well, we had Filipinos playing Filipinos.
That's true.
Of course, we also had Japanese playing Japanese, so we lost on both sides. But still, there's 3 Filipino players remaining on the men's side, and 4 Japanese players remaining on the men's side, and Liu Yuan of Taiwan, province of China.
Just
Taiwan?
Just
Okay.
Doku.
Well, I'm just reading what it says. Okay, and back to the break. So he's sticking to the rail break. Breaking from the rail.
That's an interesting break cue. I wonder what he's using.
Who knows? Okay. He's getting a nice solid hit on the racks. He's not breaking particularly hard, but he's getting a nice transfer of the momentum of the cue ball into the rack and getting them to spread. Okay, so the one ball in the corner, that much is a given. But what do we do about
What
the
do
two
we
ball?
do with the two
The
ball?
two ball has two pockets that it can go to. Well, three, really. We've got both side pockets and the upper right-hand corner pocket. So can you get into position to take advantage of any of those pockets? You just,
It looks very straight here.
does it look straight?
Stop, and
Oh,
is he going to shoot
shoot
it
in the side? But that
Or is he
doesn't.
that comfortable with the bank?
Yeah,
Yep,
it
he is
doesn't.
banking.
Yeah, the cut doesn't get you to the three.
Yep.
So
Banking gives you more control over the cue ball.
well, it allows you to go down table to get to the three.
He's going to draw almost straight back away. Underbanked it a little bit.
He's jumping up off those shots. So did that bank long?
Short.
Short. So he hit the point and went down. Okay. Because I remember last year the rails were acting really funny, where they were
going
banking way. No, I thought they were going way long. Oh no, they were short. They were. You could actually bank across and it would come back backwards.
So he is calling the combination on this three
Combination.
ball. Oh, carom.
Playing a carom
Mm.
and leaving a shot. So
I'm not happy about it.
No, not happy
Don't blame
about
him.
it. Yep.
Don't blame him because he's left another out here.
Yeah. So Linning not really penalized for his miss on the bank. Okay. So just draw back and out. And the four ball goes in the side, I
He
believe.
does.
Yep.
He's going to use the bridge.
So,
Yeah, lefty.
so different players will play this differently. Some will just use a little bit of right hand low to come out towards the 7 to shoot the 4. Some people will spin 3 rails. Wow, he sets way far back. So he went for the 3 rails.
Comfortable going 3 and going around the 7 ball. He looks fairly straight on the 4. Draw back, or 5, excuse me.
Yeah,
Five
can
ball,
he
draw
draw
back a
back and
little
shoot the
bit.
6 to the
Mhm.
side,
Draw
or
back
does
and
he
shoot it in the
stun to
same
the
pocket.
right and shoot it in the corner?
Oh,
Yep,
or drift
stun.
forward. Okay. Going.
Okay, so 6 in the corner, cinch stop. I don't know if
7 to the 8 has options depending on where he is.
does he go to the rail? Does he have that much of an angle? I guess he does. Okay. And so here from the 7, we're going to draw up for the 8 ball in the lower left-hand corner pocket. So he's going to let the cue ball go towards the left. I don't know if he has the option to let it go to the rail or not. So he's going to go to the rail. And
Nice
here,
angle here to come
Yep.
off either player's choice. Here you go to the bottom rail and up,
shoot with follow.
or come around 2 rails.
Shoot with follow, or,
Looks like he's
or
coming around
natural
too.
natural roll.
Coming around 2 rails.
Like 2 rails, not too bad. And then 1 rail and out for the 10 ball in the side. 1 rail and out, 10 ball in the side.
Very nice speed.
Nice. And you see I was coming into the big end of the zone. Playing the zone. You'll see a lot of the good players, they know how to use that zone for shape. And we have a score line of 3-0. Now, that may seem like a big lead, but it's at this level, it's not really.
When it's win or break and the self rack, that score could turn around at any time, but you have to think that Leaning's feeling a lot better right now.
How did he do in his earlier match? How did that one end up?
He was up 7-0, and I believe it ended up 8-2.
8-2. Okay, so I guess we can safely assume that he is warmed up.
He should be pretty comfortable with these tables at this point.
Okay, so we're getting ready for game number 4.
Rack 4.
Rack number 4 in this match. Ooh. Okay, got another good break.
And he's making balls. His cue ball's moving a little bit, mostly because it's getting kicked around by other balls.
Yeah, he seems to be consistently ending with that one ball, within
Near the
half a
top
diamond
rail.
of the end rail, yeah. Okay, so we have the 2 ball down by the corner pocket on the upper left-hand side of that screen.
Shooting behind the back.
Oh, behind the
Look
back.
at this.
Well, left-handed, so sometimes you have to make concessions. Is he going to inside spin or reverse? Nope. Yeah, he
That was pretty.
just killed it with a little inside spin. Now getting back to the 3 ball, which is all the way back here where he is standing.
Oh.
So, actually you don't have to come all the way back. If you get to the middle of the table, you're fine. So a little bit low left. Okay.
Or
took
you
a
could
two-
go ahead and get all the way up.
You can 2-rail option it out of there, I guess. Okay, so 3 going to the 5. A little bit of... I'd probably stroke this with a little inside, get to the end rail, and then get to the side rail. So you're coming out towards that
Little
big end
speedy
there.
there.
Yep, there you go. Now what to do with the 8-10, aside from playing the combo?
I think he may go for the combo.
Yeah, I think he might as well.
Oh,
Okay, so we're shooting the 7.
almost straight into it.
Yeah, the combo is pretty much on. So we'll shoot the 7. Do you go 3 or 2 rails
He's going
around
2
for
rails,
the 8?
yeah.
Yep. A little bit of left or right. Sorry. Come around 2 rails. Make sure to call it. Yep, there he goes. He points at the pocket, and this looks
And
really
again,
good.
he's left-handed, so this is his... Beautiful.
Good shot. Okay.
All right. 4-0.
So 4-0. It's not quite insurmountable yet, but it's getting close.
This is a race to 8.
Okay. So IIMA-san really not having much of an opportunity at the tables yet. So we've seen him shoot 1 shot. I think so. I think there was the one shot he wasn't happy about.
There were a couple of safeties earlier.
Yeah. But it's hard to win if you're not at the table. That's the tough part about this game. It's one of the few, if not only games, the only game that I know of that you can lose without having your chance to compete.
Without hitting a ball.
Without ever getting a chance to get up there. If your opponent runs 8 racks out and out on you, sure, you lose, but did you really? But there are no other sports like this. Can you think of one? Can you think of a sport where you enter a competition and you lose without having a chance to perform?
Nope.
No,
I don't think so.
That's one of the most difficult parts to really come to terms with about this game. Psychologically, it can be very defeating. You lose matches that you feel like you should have won, but then again, if you weren't at the table, when did you have your chance to win? And then you just start getting down on yourself for losing, and it can be very psychologically self-defeating. You just need to be able to overcome that. Okay. Once again, making a ball on the break. Once again, with the one ball
near the
end
top
of the
rail,
table.
and his cue ball got kicked around a little bit. Not to his benefit this time.
Nope. Is he going to kick at it, or will he push out? Well, Filipino players will tend to do the kick.
No kick.
Yeah, kick safe.
Oh, no.
Rolling out. Usually we see the Filipino players playing some devastating kick safe.
Look at that speed. Just nestled it up on that bottom
Yeah,
rail.
but you know, that's good if your opponent's trying to shoot it, but what if he passes it back to you? You always got to think about that when you're shooting the rollout. What's going to happen if my opponent gives it back to me? I don't want to put it in so much of an impossible position that I just give the table back again. So IIMA-san is having a little bit of a thinky. All right, so I'm going to guess he plays safe on this. The question is, did he try to hide the cue ball behind the 2? Or does he go over towards the 9? I think he's going to go behind the 2.
Cue ball behind the 2 and send the one down table.
Now, you want
So,
that one ball to stop.
How
Okay.
does Lining feel about jumps? He's looking at it.
I'm pretty sure he's okay with the jumps. I don't know if he needs it, though. I mean, it looks like he... no. Yeah, it's in the way. Although we've been fooled by these overheads before. He's calling the pocket over there, so I'm thinking
maybe
he can probably
see enough of it to bank?
Yeah. Yep. So he can see enough of it to catch that ball. He's thinking he has enough to bank it. He's just calling it just in case. Okay, so IIMA-san, back to the table. Finally, with an offensive opportunity. That's a lot of patches on his back.
A lot of sponsorships.
Wow. People out there just festooned with sponsorships. And once again, waiting. The shot clock is stopped because he's waiting for to be able to get to the table without obstructing the other players. There's another table behind him over here where they're playing a match. So, okay, into an offensive position. Shoot the one ball. Center, maybe a little left to help kill the angle off the end rail. Just bring
Nice
it up
and thin.
for the 2 ball. And then we are going to the 4 ball, which is the pink one, which is between the 9 and the 8. So just shoot the 2 ball, stun to the side rail and back out to shoot the 4 in the side
pocket.
probably. But that depends on what you're going to do with a 5 ball. You want to come across fairly far to have an angle to get down to the 5 ball. Maybe you might even come across and shoot the 4 in the corner. I don't know. But you always have to think 3 balls ahead.
I was looking at that side pocket and still is.
Still looking at that.
He is not happy with the angle.
No, he's not. He wanted to come across
think he may
farther.
have come across not.
So now he has a number of choices. He doesn't have to shoot it into that side pocket. He could
He is
bank
banking.
which he just called. He could also play safe. He might be doing a percentage shot.
I still don't know what he's going to do with the 5.
Shoot the 5 in the side pocket.
Oh, no, he didn't call it. Okay.
Oh. I thought he called the bank.
It looked like he did. Maybe he changed.
Okay. Do you play the combo? Did he call the combo? I didn't see him call anything. Okay. So maybe it looks like he's going for it. Shoot the combo. And just
Nice overhead view
just
here.
hold the ball.
Oh, as they take it away.
Right there.
Hey, beautiful.
And he's pretty straight on that ball.
He is.
Is it close enough to cheat the pocket a little bit to have an angle to come back up without having to come straight back?
Hard to tell from here.
Something stuck in my throat. Okay. Yep, he did have enough to cheat the pocket. Off to the rail to come up for the 6. Not quite high enough. He babied it a little bit. So now we have the 8, which looks like if he's sharp enough on that 6, he just goes 2 rails. End rail, and then back to this end rail, or side rail, and then back to this side rail. Shoot the 8 in the other side pocket. Yep, which is what he's doing. Shoot the 8. Now you don't want to. You want to think about what angle you want on that 9. Is it coming back a little bit? Yeah, it's going to come back a little bit. It's either that or go forward a little bit to have a different angle on the 9. He did end up pretty straight though.
Here again, it's hard to tell what angle he has if he wants to go to the right or, yep, oh, well, to the right, but he ended up almost on the 50-yard line.
I think he's okay.
Yep. Not
And-
ideal, but makeable.
I would take it. Yeah, if somebody gave me that shot, I would take it. I'd say, yeah, thank you very much. I would take it. Beggars can't be choosers. Given an opportunity to win the match, you go ahead and take that opportunity. And he is also taking another opportunity for a break. A different kind of break.
Are we in a commercial break right now?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yep, we're in a commercial break. Oddly enough, they keep our audio going when we're in a commercial break, and they don't let us know when we're in a commercial break. So, Lenning.
if we're talking about things you can't see on the screen, that's fine.
Yep. So is Lenning going to practice some breaks while IIMA signs off
Yeah,
at the
looks
restaurant?
like it. It's
Okay.
interesting to choose to practice breaks in a short time. Right? Yes, it is a very, very important part of this game.
Well, it's a very important part of the game. Yeah, he's trying to figure the control on the 1 ball. And the 2 ball. Okay,
Let's see, back on table 3.
so IIMA-san won last year. Let's see how we're doing with the other tables. So table 1, we've got Antonio Lenning and Tomoya IIMA, the match that we're watching right now. Table number 2, we have Chie Aoki and Yuki Hiraguchi. Table number 3, we have another men's match, which is Demosthenes Pupul and Dennis Orkoyo. Oh, they're tied
All
at 3
Philippine
apiece.
match and 3-3.
The other men's match is on table number 6, Hijikata, who's currently down 1-4 against Kamihashi.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is actually unexpected.
And then table number 8. Kuribayashi is up against
3-1.
Loli Wen, 3-1.
That one is a either-or kind of a thing.
That's a tough match at this point in the tournament.
Yeah,
isn't
Loli
it?
Wen is such a good player, and he's top ranked.
They're both very strong. I watched
Yeah.
Kuribayashi playing last night in the qualifying rounds.
I had a better seat at one of his matches.
I know you did. I think the seat is the point. That
Yeah, the seat was the point. It was a match that he was playing that I was spectating. Spectating in the form of a participant.
Yes.
He opened up with a 6-pack against me, and I could not overcome it.
That's hard to come back from.
No, it's
Last night was much the same. Our one American player, Rafael Tabio.
nice break. That was a nice break.
It was.
Good control on the cue ball. He didn't try to put too much on that break. Just enough to spread him out and control the cue ball. And we did not get the one ball sitting on the end rail, so he's got an open shot at it. Now the question is getting to the 2 ball. Do you just go one rail and out, or do you kind of spin it a little more and come 2 rails around for the?
He looks like he's spinning 2 rails.
A lot of players play that option.
Oh no!
Oh, he didn't play that option. So
Split the difference.
well, and this is the thing here. So he crossed
He
the
crossed
zone.
the zone. He went across the angle.
Yep.
Now he has a 2 rail for shape, and that 9 ball is pretty big here.
Yeah. Do you want to? I think I might settle to get towards the middle of the table.
I would love to be on the middle of the table for that 3.
Yeah.
Well,
And then you can. Then you have to navigate by the
he may
10 and the
choose to
7.
go 2 rails and come back towards the side rail, just about where his
its
bridge hand is.
is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seems would be ideal.
He just has to make sure he gets below that 9 ball.
And he got there.
Good
A
shot.
little bit of an angle to get up to that pink 4 ball.
Does he have an ankle? I can't tell.
Ooh, very slight.
Maybe he'll look at it from down here. Look at shooting it up table. Okay, yeah, he is. He's looking at shooting it to the side.
Just drifting forward. Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I guess
he has a choice then of the side or the corner, depending on his angle.
I guess he has a slight angle taking the cue ball to the right, so just a little bit of follow will take him. Oh,
Oh, he punched it.
okay, punched it.
And he's got the tricky outside angle from here now.
Well, at least he's still at the table.
True. Better than sitting.
Okay. So the shot clock is running down, and he's still thinking, so it must be a tricky angle.
Miscued.
He
Could have stretched out a little bit far.
I'm surprised he didn't take the extension and go get his
His
extender.
extension.
Yeah. So we have a match with both lefties. So you'll see some position play that's a little bit different than what we're used to. I tend to think of shape from a right-hander's perspective a lot, being that I play right-handed. How about you?
Yeah, but we also saw Leaning shoot one behind the back shot earlier. He seems very comfortable with that. Something you don't see a lot of professional players pull out of their bag of tricks very
Well,
often.
yeah, you know, Francisco, pretty famous for shooting his behind-the-back shots. Rather than trying to reach awkwardly across the table.
Let's see what you can do.
Nice shot.
Well done.
Is all I
And
can
he's
say.
going to come
Bump
up
it,
just
bump it,
under
bump
it.
it. Thank you. Okay. And now, do you just come
I
straight,
come straight across and play it
shoot
in
the
the
9
side?
in the side?
I think so.
Or do you draw up and out?
The nine is just about the third diamond, it looks like.
I don't know.
right?
I don't think he can slow it enough to shoot the 9 in this side pocket. He would have to go to the rail and back out and shoot the 9 in the upper side pocket.
The referee's doing something over here with the signboards.
Maybe it's not showing the match number right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are they using the digital signboards and the analog signboards?
Analog signboards, yes,
Both?
they are. I
In
think
case they have problems with the digital one like they're having right now?
I don't know. The analog signboards are there. I don't know, and are the referees handling both of them?
They have to be. I've not seen a player move any of the scores. Okay, so apparently they're having some technical difficulties here. So we'll go back to analyzing what to do with the seven ball. So you could do low left, come off the side rail, and
Try and get above it.
try to get above the 9, shoot the 9 in the same corner.
It's a tougher shot, though.
That's
isn't
one thing you could do. If you're comfortable slow rolling it, you could slow roll it to the corner with a little left to bump off the side rail just a tiny bit and shoot the 9 ball in this side pocket over here. Yeah, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, I like coming. Oh, he's looking at the
The
nine
other
in the
thing
corner.
is
Never mind.
playing with follow and going one rail and out shooting that. So he likes the up and out. Okay. And stun across to the right to shoot the 10 with a little low to shoot the 10 ball in the same corner as the 9. There we go. And we have a 2-4 match. And he wants the cue ball cleaned off, apparently. I have not noticed. I haven't played with the mump ball very much. I do remember the Miso ball taking on a lot of chalk, and you have to clean it off quite a bit.
More than the standard airman. Duramus technology.
He's really going in and scrubbing that ball. Must be leaving some pretty good chalk marks on there. I know at Mars, where we play sometimes near our house, they have a diamond table set up with the same balls. I don't recall seeing a whole lot of marks on the cue ball. Excuse me. I'm sure that's not a pleasant sound for anybody listening to this. Okay, so he is breaking from about quarter diamond from center.
They call it the black dot.
Black dot. Yeah. Well, they also call it the red dot, but colloquially, we've called it the Miso ball. Would that be good? That's not. No, we're not going to go there. Okay. We're left with a pretty tricky shooting position with the cue ball sitting inside the side pocket. The 1 ball, I'm not sure if it would go by the 3. He might be able to shoot it into the side, but you'd have to put a pretty good amount of speed on it to get the 1 ball to reach the side pocket, which means you'd be going back and forth with the cue ball, unless it's not as sharp as it looks from here. He's taking his time thinking about it.
3, right? Okay.
Getting to the 3. So, if you can shoot it soft enough to shoot it in the side and hold the cue ball 1 rail off and
Off
back
the bottom
down.
rail?
Yeah,
Mhm.
off that.
It's a little tough because he can't shoot very low being that close to that rail.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it takes it forward.
Watch out, Whitey.
Is he hooked? I don't think he is.
I don't think he can see the whole thing.
I don't think he can see the whole thing, but I think he can see enough to make it. I think he can see enough
No.
to make it. It's hard to tell. He's looking at it. I think you just make it. I think it goes by, and I think he can see enough of it. Oh, he's spinning quite a bit.
No, he fouled.
He was spinning quite a bit. I think he was expecting some squirt off that shot, and he didn't get it.
No, this is interesting. What do we see with the 5-6 over here?
Well, we have a cluster.
That 5-6 looks like it might go. We've already seen that Leaning's quite comfortable with combos.
If they're frozen, then it could even throw a little bit if it's not lined up to the pocket.
Looks like it's lined up pretty well. And with ball in hand here on the 3 ball and the 4 ball next to the bottom left corner.
Getting to the 4 won't be an issue. Just gonna stun it back there.
Again, lefty.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but when you're short, you want you're going to reach it. So he let it come back a little bit further down, giving himself a longer shot on the ball, but bringing it closer to his body. But it still wasn't enough. So he still had to get his extension cue out. Okay. Now, those balls, they do look a little froze, don't they? It's kind of hard to tell. I'm looking at the shadow, and...
Oh, yeah, it's hard. Very hard to tell. He is
so
calling
he's
the 6.
calling the combo.
It's the 5-6.
He's looking at it. Now...
Where is the 5 ball going? The 5 ball isn't going to move a lot, is it?
Well, it depends on which side of that 5 ball he hits. If he hits on the left-hand side, it'll stay... Ooh. And he can go to the 7 and hold shape. Is what I was going to say.
Well,
but
he did that, but he forgot the part about making the 6 ball.
Yeah. So I think he had to hit the 5 ball more on the right-hand side to make that combination. Okay, so 5 on the side.
He doesn't have a big angle here, so he may be able to hold it for the 6.
Hold it for the 6, not going to the rail.
Oh, going below it.
Going below it.
Okay. 6 ball in the top left corner.
Looking at the angle, he's thinking, okay, if I stop the ball right there, what angle am I going to have? Apparently he doesn't mind it. He can shoot it in. Oh, is he going to go to the... No, is he straight or has he got an angle towards the rail? No, he's pretty straight. Okay, so this is follow 2 rails. We used to call this doubling the pocket. Did you guys ever call it that? Double the pocket? When you're shooting with follow and you're going to hit the cushions on either side of the pocket. 1, 2, like that.
Okay.
And then...
here's where he might have wanted a little more angle.
Might be doubling the pocket again.
Can't tell.
Might actually be
Let's
going
see.
3 rails.
Thank you for the overhead.
Might actually even be going 3 rails. Depends on how it is. He might draw back 1 rail and out with low left.
Nope.
No,
Oh, 3 rails. You were right.
Yeah. A lot of times that's the better option because it gets you into the big end of the zone. So, a little low, draw back, but you don't want to be left on the 50-yard line. If you put a little speed on it, it'll come off to the side a little bit more.
Or top right.
Or you just do follow. Go up and down. hits just before he strokes.
All right, 4-3, and
Lining is
Antonio
taking a
Lining is
break.
going to take his break.
Okay, so we are at a 4-3 match, and race to 8. That's
More than halfway.
more than halfway through. It's it's anybody's match at this point, but right now,
There we go.
okay, so he changes that to a 3, and he flips the card.
Let's see.
So they are doing both. Why are they doing both?
I
guess,
don't know.
is it for visibility?
Probably. These analog ones have the score on the back as well,
Oh,
so the audience would be able to see them.
okay. And are those digital ones tied to the electronic scoreboard online? So if they change the score on there, that's when it shows up online?
See?
Well, we can watch that and see if that's what happens.
That's black.
Oh, you want to read the blurb?
Anticipating the need to better discern the balls on TV, but also on small screen devices. The Aramith Tournament Black Set was developed in conjunction with Matchroom Multisport. TV in regular colors.
I'm still not convinced, though, because how does that help visibility? The 5 ball and the 4 ball are confusing, mostly the 5. The 6 is fine. All the other things are fine. It's the blackness of the 10 with the dark blue stripe that is confusing. It doesn't really help with the visibility. A number of times, just even on the overhead shots, we've been confused by the 8 and the 10 ball. You want to see it over here? These are the old colors. So we have the tournament black with the light purple 5 ball. Now the Aramith TV Pro Cup, which was the version before this, and then the one before that was the Aramith Tournament balls.
And the tournament TV set.
Right. Now, both of those had an orange 5 ball. Now, here's the thing. The Aramith Tournament ball had a dark purple for the 4 and the 12. So all they did was they switched the purple to light and gave it to the 5 and 13.
Light purple to replace orange, and lighter green to replace the dark and the black set. Okay, the pink 4 ball having become the reference, kind of the standard in official tournaments with the TV set. So, couldn't use the light purple. Okay, the black design on the stripe balls was first designed for 9 ball to better distinguish the 9 from the 1.
Yes. Yeah, but they kept it, and so they made the white portion of all of the other striped balls black as well, which I think makes it hard for because the 10, the 8, and sometimes the 2, those 3 balls can be confused. Depending on how the 10 ball is sitting, if it's sitting stripe up, and you're on an overhead shot, or stripe to the side and you're on a side shot, it can look like the 2 ball. Well, you have to give it to Aramith, though. They are not afraid of experimenting and trying to make things better, which that's all good for me. Anything that makes it easier to not only see on the devices, but we can discuss the shots. That's great. I especially like what they've done with the cue balls with the dots. That's been around for quite a while now. But it's helpful to see what kind of rotation the ball has. And another great break, again controlling the cue ball in the center of the table, still
The 10
making
ball
a
did not move.
No, and he made a ball. Back in our day, we would call that a 3-point break. You've achieved 3 objectives. Okay, now, shooting the 1. The 2 ball is a little bit tricky to get to because that 6 is kind of in the way, or the 10, depending on how you look at it. He's pretty straight. I don't know if he can you follow to the rail from here? Or does he need to draw? No, it's 4-3. It's
This side is not.
yeah, that one might not be updating, but this one is. Oh,
No, it is not.
they haven't updated the live score. I thought it was changed to a 3. Why is it saying 2? Okay, I don't know. Can he get to the rail, or does he have to draw back?
Oh,
he
it died.
died on him. He was trying to come around that
And it
9 ball.
stunned instead.
Yeah, he tried to come around that 9 ball enough to see the 2 ball just to cut it in.
Still working on it.
Yeah, see, it's 4-3 over there.
Uh-huh.
So online, in the live score, it says 4-2. I guess it just hasn't updated yet. So now he's going to try to jump
Jumping
cut.
for the 2 ball.
He's going to try to jump cut. You need to bend your elbow a little bit more to get closer to that cue ball.
Oh,
There
he
we
made
go.
it.
He made-
And whoa, watch.
Is he going to get
Gotta
in the
get
way?
hooked again almost.
Where's
You can see paint.
John Barton when you need him? With the old overhead dart jump shot, close
Yes.
quarters. Remember that?
Yep.
Shout out to John.
Hey, John. Yeah, I'm surprised that we don't see very many JB cases over here.
We
Seems like it would be a
lot.
really good market for them.
We used to see a lot. Well, we still see a lot of instruments.
Finned it and tried to get safe and did not.
Did not quite get there. This still is a good effort.
This is interesting. I wonder if he's going to try and slide into this.
Okay. So Linning, having been sitting down for quite a while, might have cooled off. Needs to get his head back into the game. So we're looking at playing the 3 in the side. I don't know if it goes straight in or if he's going to nick the 8 going in. Probably goes straight in, but then where's the 4? The pink 4 is down there. So you follow to the rail and back out. Yep, he did, and he
And
did
bumped
nick
it,
it.
and whoa, watch
He
that
did nick
6
it
ball.
off the 8. Okay.
If he can stop.
That was a.
He wants to make
that
sure
was
he
a
gets an angle.
That was a thinking man's shot. By getting the 8 out of the way, he ensures that he has a clearer shot on the 4 ball.
I was going to go from here to here.
Oh no!
I was
no,
going to go
we're
4 or 5, but no, 4 or 5
No,
the
no,
other
no,
way.
The other 4. The other 4.
The other
The
4.
pinker 4. The pinker 4.
That was beautiful.
Okay.
And enough to just draw back a little bit and shoot
Oh no! It looks like he's got an angle going towards the side
the
rail.
other side.
It looks like the cue ball is going to go to the right a little bit. Can't tell. I think he looked at it. Give us an overhead. Camera 2, give us an overhead. It's not like they can hear us. Alright, so he was fairly straight. He was able to come straight back. Now, 6 ball into the corner. The 8's going to be played into the same corner.
And he's got to use his extender.
And how he gets there is probably via 2 rails. End rail, with a little right spin, takes it to the side rail and then back out. Ooh,
He had to bump it.
didn't
I
think
thought he
he-
could get around it.
I didn't think he had to bump it. I'm not sure that he had to.
He dropped down a little bit. Still workable.
Yeah. Still, he'd been sitting down for a few games, so it takes a while to get that arm worn back up. Okay. Just don't run into the 10 ball. That's the thing. Make the 8. Just don't run into the 10
Yeah,
ball.
don't overcut the 8.
Yeah. Well, he was trying not to run into the 10 ball. So.
It was good advice.
But as I said before, when controlling the cue ball becomes your objective, you lose sight of pocketing the object ball. But that still has to be your primary objective. Because what is it called when you get shaped but you miss the ball?
Oh, that's leave.
Oh, that's leave. Yes, yeah. That's
You
not
know why?
shape. Yeah. Why?
Because you're leaving the table.
Oh, you leave the table. Okay.
Oh, well, he made that ball.
Are
Didn't
these
come across very far?
Would these be considered dad jokes in the pool world?
Well, maybe for you.
Yeah, these are jokes from back
It's
in the
only
day.
fair.
This is back in the day. Yeah, back when we were youngsters playing pool, we had to shoot uphill both ways
In the snow. Oh, wait.
on the wet cloth with no
Well,
chalk.
that's true for some of these Philippine players.
That is true for some of the Philippine players. I have played pool in the Philippines. When I was a kid, when I was living there, and I remember playing in a pool hall, quote unquote, that was just basically a tent. It was just a cloth walls and ceiling. It was a tent, and we'd shoot the balls, and there would be like a rooster tail of water shooting off of the balls.
So such high
It
humidity.
was so humid out. It was outrageous. They also had an interesting game where the table did not have any cloth. And
No cloth. How
no
does
cloth.
that work?
Wait for it. It gets better. You spread powder on the table. Wait for it. It gets better. You did not use balls.
Like
You-
shuffleboard?
You used pucks. And you would shoot the puck to cut the other puck into a pocket
With a cue.
with a cue. I remember playing that game as well. That was an experience.
And you wonder how these guys are so good.
Yeah, and you wonder how these guys are so good playing in really strange environments. All right, so we have a 4-4 match. Lenning kind of he let the coldness set into his shoulder. Yes, he likes to jack up on his
No,
break.
he's using a grip.
Oh, the slidey thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, he
Oh, look at
shoots
that cue
down
ball.
on his break. And
And the
that corner ball going around the table.
8 ball is
Into the
gone. 10 ball
Cue ball.
again, just sat right where it was.
He's got good control on the break. I'll give him that. Now, what to do with the 2 ball?
Looks like it
the
goes
mo-
past the 6.
Well,
obviously.
yes, that would be the most natural shot, is shooting it past the 6, but the question is how to get the cue ball to where you can do that. So I would say you shoot this with follow, go 2 rails, side rail, don't hit the 4, come back out for the 2. Is he going to try to draw off this? Oh, okay. He wasn't as sharp as I thought. I thought it was a sharper cut than that. He wasn't able to hold the speed, but I guess he was.
Yeah, we do have a view of this 3 and 7 up here. Do you play the carom, or do you think that 3? I don't
I
think
think-
that 3 goes.
I think playing the carom is
the
an
carom is
option. Yeah.
pretty natural.
So he went over to look at it. He didn't like it. Now he's looking at the carom. He's thinking, okay, I can probably do that, but where's the 3 gonna
Where is the
go?
3 going to go afterwards? The 5 ball also is a little tricky. Whoa, okay.
Okay. Back to the middle of the table. I don't think he can hit this soft to leave himself on the 3. He's going to have to put a little speed on it. And oh, wait, no, I guess
is cutting
he is cutting it. Okay, then go right to come out for the 4 to the side. corner. So, do you go to the side or do you play the corner? It looks like it's a pretty easy side pocket shot, but he keeps going over looking at the corner. So maybe I think he just called the corner.
To watch your cue ball speed here. Oh, and not overcut it.
Okay, so he is still okay. A bit of a long shot for being straight. So, 5-ball in the corner, draw back. You don't have to do a whole lot with it. You don't have to like really try to screw that ball all the way back. You know, just get it to come back a little bit, and then you'll have a nice shot on the 6.
Pretty stroke.
Yeah. A lot of people tense up on a shot like that, thinking, "Oh, I really got to stroke it to get some spin on there." And when you do that, you tighten up your muscles. And what happens with tight muscles? They don't move as fast. Yeah, so you end up with a slower shot and you end up choking it. He's a little straight and didn't like it. You saw him nod and say, "Oh, yeah, okay, here we go." So, looks like he's going to draw out of here to shoot the 9 in the upper left corner pocket.
Oh, he did not get
He didn't quite get where he wanted to. And it shows. Okay, so now we're looking at playing the 9-ball. Wow, that is a 50-yard line.
On the 50.
That is the 50-yard line.
I think he has to go for the corner.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah, I think the corner. The corner is fine. I mean, it's whichever shot you think is simpler to make. I'm thinking the corner is simpler. He doesn't really have to. He doesn't have to worry about a scratch.
Better chance of having a shot on the 10 ball.
Yeah. So cut it and naturally, just let it have natural roll. You don't want it to be sliding. So let it have natural roll. Is he shooting low?
Sure looks like it.
I'm not so. No, he wasn't shooting low. He did just.
Oh, is that spin
Okay.
off the bottom rail? And then he's got a shot to the side.
Yep. Side pocket, and then we'll have a 5-4 match. Big change from 3 to nothing.
Sure is. Wow.
That is a huge
He's feeling
swing.
the relief there.
That is a huge swing from 3 to nothing. Letting it been sitting too long. He needs to keep his arm warm. Lenning, not really watching his own match. Looks like he's watching off elsewhere.
He's probably watching Orkoyo.
Could be. A lot of times in matches like this, I would like to, when I'm sitting, I would watch the match and imagine that it's me that's at the table, just to kind of mentally stay in the game. Just be playing the racket in my head.
Yeah. Dennis, he is probably watching his compatriots over there, Dennis Orkoyo and Demosthenes. Pool.
7-5.
7-5
So Orkoyo's on the hill.
Orkoyo.
Okay, and we don't know who's breaking on that. Okay. IIMA-san getting ready to break again. And he's moved his break over. Wait, no, that's where he was breaking. Was that where he was
Mhm,
breaking
that is.
from a while ago? I thought it was to the right of the center a while ago. No? Okay. Okay. So,
Aoki, Chie Aoki, just 1 against Yuki Hiraguchi. 8-1.
8-1.
That's 9-ball on the
Well,
women's
no,
side.
no, it's 7-1.
Oh, sorry, 7-1. Race to 7. That's
Race
right.
to 7, 9-ball. That's the quarterfinal, so that moves Aoki-san into the semis. Okay, so 1 ball, cut into the corner, a little follow, maybe a little bit right. Come out towards the middle of the table for the 2. Ooh,
2 rails.
He's spun 2 rails out. I guess it was he wanted to be in the big end of that zone.
Well, makes it easier to get on. Well, the 4 is.
Well, the four is right there in the center of the table. So, I guess he just didn't want to have a cut angle that took his cue ball towards the 5 to try to mess him up. Okay, shoot the 2. Draw back a little bit for the 4 on the side. Shooting low, medium stroke. He didn't quite like it. It didn't turn out the way he expected. So you have a choice, really. You can shoot the 4 on the side, go up table and back down. Or you can shoot the 4 in the corner, right here by where the 8 ball is, and go to the side rail and come out for the 5. Both are good options.
He's cutting in the side, it looks like, and coming back.
Does he have a... Yeah, oh,
He
okay.
does.
I thought it was sharper than that.
Oh, my.
I thought it was much sharper than that. I didn't think I didn't think he was straight enough to pull it back.
This is not quite
Okay.
the 50-yard line. This is about the
No.
47-yard line. He is a lefty, so at least he's on the correct side of the ball. And the 7's natural shape. He does need to make sure to make this ball, though. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Shooting the 5. Do you bother with the spin? Do you try to spin this to bring the cue ball 2 rails around? Do you risk missing the shot that way? Do you try to spin it with inside to kill the angle? I do not envy making this decision here because I can't see where he's at. Okay. I'd like to say he did that on purpose, but I'd be lying. I think. You saw the disappointment on his head as he went by the camera. Okay, so Lining taking a look at the 5 ball. I think he can see it. He's calling the side pocket in case it goes.
Does it
But really,
kick off the...
I don't know. I think he's got enough to see straight at it.
I can't tell from here.
It's
I
hard-
would like
it's
to
hard
see
to
an
tell.
overhead.
Yeah, I would like to see an overhead. He's shooting with follow. Maybe he is kicking. Yeah.
Well, that was great speed.
Yeah. Calling the
Called
side
as well.
pocket just in case it goes, but really playing a safety. Basically a percentage shot. Okay, what do you do with the 5 ball here? Do you try to cut it in?
I think it goes.
Okay.
It goes.
But it's also a very long shot. Whether it goes or
Yeah.
not, that's one thing. Having that long distance, that's another.
Gently 2 rails. The speed is going to be trickier. No, he went for the goal.
Okay, well, he got a roll out of it.
Pretty sure that wasn't his intention.
I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna pretend to know
Since
what
we only
these
have
people.
to call the ball in the pocket here.
Yeah. Okay, shoot the 7 in the corner. Follow. 2 rails. Bring the cue ball back to about where he
And
is.
undercut it.
Well, he was thinking,
Trying to get the cue ball up.
well,
there.
trying to get the cue ball to come back up table a little bit. So if you hit it thicker, yeah, naturally it'll give you that angle to the left. But you got to keep that primary objective in mind. Pocket the ball.
Okay.
If he makes the ball and it comes 2 rails and it comes across and he's got an angle going to the left shooting the 8 ball, it would have been fine. Okay, so inning. Shooting the 7, that was a little bit of left, just to hold the angle
Probably
off the
needed a
rail.
little more speed than that. There we go.
He's okay. He's okay.
He doesn't have too much angle here.
Yeah. So this one you can natural roll this ball and hold for shape on the 9. If you're feisty, you can punch it and go to the side rail, but I don't think he'll do that.
He's gonna do that.
No, it's just natural roll this ball.
Behind. Oh. Oh, come on, come on.
You can see him talking to
Seen
himself.
a couple of balls slower than I expected here.
Yeah. He expected it to come out
What's he
more.
gonna do here? Is he cutting it?
He's looking at
Whoa.
the cut. I think it goes. You still want to scratch to the side. So do you try to kill it a bunch with
I wanna
the
make the ball.
inside? Can't tell what he's doing from here, but we'll know once he shoots. No, you give it some extra spin to widen the angle.
Around 3 rails.
Not a problem here. Just a little bit of just a tiny bit of draw to go into the side rail and keep the cue ball from scratching, and most importantly, make the ball.
Stay the focus.
Yep.
Okay, so we are at 5-5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Not as comfortable a position to be in as the 3-0, but still 5-5 breaking at the table. I'd call that a slight advantage. Are we into commercial? I wonder. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, so no commercial. We're going to watch them rack. Okay. Where are the other matches? How many matches are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 ongoing matches.
Orkoyo won his match.
Oh yes, Orkoyo beat Demosthenes.
So he moves into the semis.
He moves into the semis. We have Hijikata is playing Kamihashi, 6-5 so far, Hijikata-san. We've got one ladies match that's on the hill. Konishi is on the hill against Kotoda.
Cool. Tomoya. And the winner of that
And-
match will be playing Kajichani in the semis.
The Kuribayashi match is kind of slow. It's only at 5-3 right now. Unless they haven't updated the scoreboard here.
And that's against Lo Liwen.
That's against Lo Liwen. Is that what you're showing on your scoreboard as well? I don't know if this one is updating. The one ball is a little tricky here.
Yep, 5-3.
Probably playing a safety. Thin the one, bring the cue ball across.
He's looking at where his cue ball's going to go.
So if you thin the one on the left and bring the one ball to the side rail between the 7 and the 9, you can try to leave it behind the 4 Or you can set it on the right-hand side to bring the cue ball down table.
Try and hide it behind the 5 ball.
Whoa, you got there. Oh, the 2 ball's sitting right in front of the side pocket. Didn't see that. Okay.
Corner.
There's the corner pocket, yeah. Okay, he's calling the corner pocket just in case.
Oh. Oh, he's jumping for the bank.
Yes, he's jumping for the bank.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
What a roll.
Oh, what a roll. Ah. Would you like some butter with that roll, sir?
Jam up behind the sun. Behind
Okay.
the,
So you got some jelly with that roll? Or some jam? You got some jam with that roll. Is that what it is? Are these more pool dad jokes? Like, is this pool terminology from the 90s? Okay, what do you do? There's really not a whole lot. I mean, safety is always an option, and there are many different ways to do it. But there's nothing he can do to really tie up a ball. Can't really masse for it. Might have to just.
Two rails?
I don't know if he can just do the one. Oh, can he shoot the 4 and tie it up? Oh,
what is he looking at here?
oh, he's looking at a
He's
2 rail
tying up the 7, maybe?
4 ball. I'm not quite sure I understand or agree with it. I guess I don't agree with it because I don't understand it. But that was a tough spot to be in. I mean, what do you do? That was a heck of a roll to have at that stage in this game. Okay, so for the 2 ball, as long as he gets towards the side rail, he'll have a clear shot on the 2, but you don't want to have too much of a cut because you want to stay down near that end rail.
Down table for the 3.
For the 3 ball.
Come over to the rail and
Okay,
off.
to the rail and out. Good.
Again, he's a lefty.
Yep. Shooting the 2. Put a little bit of left to kind of widen the angle off the end rail. That'll help keep it low. And move it towards the 3 ball a little bit. Okay. Good shot.
A little softer than it needed to be.
Yeah. The 4 ball goes into the corner pocket where the 7 is, the lower left-hand pocket. So you can just tangent straight out towards the side rail.
4.
Yes. Yes, goes the bottom left-hand.
That's the 7.
Yes, bottom left corner pocket, yes. So shoot the 3 into the corner with a little bit of left. Just let it go to the side rail and out a little bit.
He's looking at coming up here and shooting the 4 on the side, it looks like.
Should
So that he has the angle to get to the purple 5.
Well, he doesn't really need a whole lot. You can shoot a stop shot on that 4 ball and have a shot
That's
on
true.
the 5.
Yeah.
The only reason to let it come out this
Look at
far
that 7
is
ball.
because it was a thin cut on the 3. Yeah. Well,
He's okay.
I think he's okay. I think you can cinch roll this in, just slow roll it in, and leave the cue ball there for the 5 ball. Just make the ball, let the cue ball have natural roll, soft, not a hard, not a firm shot. Nice soft shot. There you go. And we have the 5 ball. You're not going to shoot it in the corner past the 7. Does he have an angle to drift a little bit to the right to shoot it into the corner that he's leaning over, or even perhaps draw it and shoot it in the
On
side?
the side, perhaps.
Okay,
Like
there we
that.
go. He did
Stun
have
over
enough angle.
from the side. He did.
Now,
You can tell he's feeling the pressure.
well, the tricky part here is the shape from the 7 to the 9. They're both on the same side rail, so you want to be pretty straight on that 7, so that you can hold the cue ball there and shoot the 9 in the opposite corner pocket on the bottom right-hand side. Was he straight
He's
on
fairly
it?
straight.
Fairly straight?
Fairly
Okay.
straight, he's
So
okay.
so you could probably shoot like a stop shot here.
So you can jack it up on
Yeah.
it.
And just kind of hold the cue ball. He just doesn't want to let the cue ball go past where that 6 ball was. The main thing. So now shoot the 7 with low. Basically a stop shot.
Basically hold it near the rail, but not on
Basically
it.
a stop shot. It'll just bounce off the rail just a tiny bit. Just like that. And shoot the 9 ball down in the corner with follow.
Mine is not frozen, right?
No, it's not. It's not frozen. It's a finger width off. And it's enough of an angle that cue ball is going to go to the rail and then back out a little bit, so he'll be off the rail shooting that 10 ball. At least I think so.
Firm.
Okay,
Confidence.
I guess it was straighter than we thought. He
And he
shot
had-
it firm to give it a little speed into the rail so that it would come out. And just like that,
6 to 5.
6 to 5. Once again, that's a big swing from 0-3. 0-3 down to 6-5. 6-5 up. Okay. Oh. So the Kuribayashi match still it is now 5-4. We've gone one, we've moved one game up.
Konishi.
Konishi beats Kotoda, moving in. So Konishi-san moving into the semis. Muramatsu on the ladies' side playing Maruoka. It's 6 to 5. So Muramatsu's on the hill.
Okay, let's see. Oh, we get an overhead for the break this time. Cue ball almost got kicked into the side, and we have a little bit of a tie-up with the 8 and the 10
The 8
down
and the 10,
here.
the two
And
really
the 2 and the
confusing.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. What do you
Well,
do
the good
with
news is the 1 ball is pretty simple. The bad news is
the 2 balls tied?
there's not really a whole lot you can do with it. Okay, I don't know how. Put it on the inside, and then you can just get everything off. You're just going to have that in the way when you try to lift it up. Okay.
How many referees does it take to clear a rack?
That wasn't just me, right? The screen moved? Okay. Okay, so as we were saying, the good news is the 1 ball is really not that much of a difficulty. The bad news is, can you get to the 2 to do anything about it? Do you spear this and try to get a tangent off the 1 into the 3 and off the top of the 3 and go
And hope you
and hope it slides
and
down
hope you can
across
see
to the 2
2?
ball?
Oh, I don't think so.
You might be
Pretty
going
flat. No,
Yeah,
he did try and spin
did.
across it.
Yeah, he did try to
Well,
do
now
it.
you're kicking for the 7 combo.
Yep, it does look pretty
It
well
looks like
lined
it
up.
goes.
Yep, so go to the side rail, kick into the 2-7. He's looking at it.
Yeah, just 1 rail, I think, so it throws the 7 towards the
Oh yeah,
top
you don't
rail.
want to be hitting, you're saying you don't want to be hitting the 2 from the end rail. You want to be hitting the 2 from the side rail. I would tend to agree with that.
Oh, although he's looking at it.
It depends on if they're frozen or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like it's lined up a little bit to the point right here.
I couldn't tell on the overhead.
But even if it is, it'll
He is
slide.
calling it?
Yeah, he's calling it. Well, I would too, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Now, the question is, you want to go fairly full into it so the cue ball stays up there for the 2 is what I was going to say, but...
Well, you'd be wrong.
Well, no, I'd be right. You want to be hit it pretty full so the cue ball stays up there with the 2. But he thinned it so much that the 7 didn't have enough speed to make it really into the pocket. Plus, it split the 2-7 quite a bit. I think he took that shot a little bit for granted. Lining, looking at kicking at the 2 ball, I think.
I did not see him call a ball. What is he looking at?
I don't know, but I might call the side pocket just to call something. Oh, he's shooting it soft to playing safe. Not too bad.
Got a little bit of a roll.
Yeah. Okay, so he's calling the 7 in the corner pocket. Is he going to bank the 2 to it? Or is he going to double kiss off the 2 with the cue ball? That's a very tiny trick shot. Bank the 2.
Oh, almost.
So close. He's shooting these shots a little bit half-hearted.
Well, I don't know. The last, excuse me, last track, certainly shot that 9 ball with some confidence.
The referee telling him to reset the shot clock a little bit because they had to reach the rake for him. Bridge. I've always called it a rake. Thin it. Oh, is he going to play carom or is he thinning it? He is playing the carom. It's so hard to tell the angles.
Where are you going to, ball? Down there where no good can come of it.
Well, there is a safety that could be done, and there
Sure
would be
there
good
is.
coming out of that.
Yeah.
The question is where. They're not giving us very many overheads, are they? Now, this is kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can shoot the 2 to the side rail thinly and then let the cue ball go to the end rail and back up and hide behind the 8-10. I don't know if that's an option. I guess it is
You
an
think
option.
so?
Okay.
Oh, speed.
Good shot. Okay.
It would be another nice time for that overhead angle.
It would be. Oh, Kuribayashi, 7-4. How did we jump to 2 games? We jumped to 2 games.
And we have a double hill on the remaining women's match.
Yep, the women's match is double hill. Okay, so 1 rail kick at the 2 ball. Just trying to get it, or 2 rails.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Well, this is where Lennon can take back control of the game. He has options, so he has plenty that he can do. He's in the driver's seat here. So
he's going to tie it up.
Well, I don't know about tying it up. You could thin the 2, play it across side to the side rail, and let the cue ball drift down towards the end rail when you're hiding it behind the 8-10 again.
Behind the 8-10.
Which that's what he chose to do, and that's a pretty good position to be in because I mean now the 2 rail kick is kind of tough.
It is. It limits his options
because that 4 is pretty big and in the way. I mean the 5 is pretty big and in the way.
He's got a crazy 3 rail kick. Not that crazy actually. It's a little short here.
Yeah, I think it would come way long if he tries that. I don't know if is he looking at going between the 10-4 or spinning around. Can he see that? I guess he can see it, some of it. He's acting like he can. Okay, he can see it. But did it pay off for him? I don't think it did. I think that cue ball
It's open.
is open.
A little tricky to get to the...
Yeah, the
three.
8 did tie up the 3 a little bit, but the combo is doable. So I don't think it's that much of a... He didn't like shooting the 3-8, so it looked like he was trying to play a safety.
And that does not spot. It just goes on to the 3.
Now from
Only the 10
there,
spots.
yeah, from there this combo is not a gimme. If you play this combo, do you shoot the 3 directly to the 8? Oh, he's banking. But if you were to play the combo, 2 ways of doing it. You could shoot the 3 directly to the 8 or play the 3 ball rail first. But instead, he's going to be banking it. But that's going to take his cue ball way up table,
What a beautiful bank.
which is where the 4 ball is. I thought Lennon
And all
played
of a sudden he's looking...
Yeah, I thought Lenning played a really good safety there, but I did not realize that there
you
was
could actually see it.
there was a pretty big window between that 10 and the 4 on the overhead.
He's shooting it right-handed.
Yep. Okay.
Didn't need to do much.
Yep.
So this is going to be just a
This
soft cut and leave it in line with the 6 for the bottom left corner.
just a touch of inside to kill that angle off. Oh, is he going 2 rails? What is he doing here? It looks like he's cueing really low.
It's the speed.
Okay. Okay, 6 ball, back and forth. Unless
We're
he can
just out
draw
to the
and
center
hold.
again.
I don't know if he can draw and hold it. Is it straight enough to do that? Yes, it is. Nice bank shot, by the way. Okay, and now the 8 to the corner. I don't know if he's going to shoot high to come up for the 10 or draw. Looks like he's
Around
going
2
around.
rails.
2 rails.
3.
And we have a 7-5 match, which that's going to be hard to overcome, considering that Lenning was up 3-0, and now he's going to be facing 5 hill. Okay. So, this will be IIMA-san's last break of the match. Either way, we shall see how it goes. Let's see how the other matches are going. So on the ladies' side, Maruoka on to the semifinals, beating Muramatsu-san. Table number 8, Kuribayashi is up 7-5 against Lowly Wen. And Hijikata is up 7-6 on the hill against Kamihashi. Okay, so we have 3 men's matches on the hill versus 5 and 6. IIMA-san looking to move into the semifinals for the 2nd year in a row. And a nice break,
Yeah, cue ball.
holding the cue ball in the middle,
And making 3 balls. 1, 2, 3.
making
3
3
balls.
balls.
Wow, and having a nice clear shot on the one.
Pretty clean table.
Let's
the only
see, that
the only problem ball
4
is
ball.
the 4 ball. If he can get around that 4 ball, I'd say it's pretty much lights out. I don't know if it goes by the 10. I don't think it does.
Doesn't look like it.
No, there's always a combo. The 6 ball is pretty close to the pocket, so the combo is not too difficult. But I don't know if he will option for that.
See if he can stay down low on that 3 ball.
Which he should be able to. I mean, he's pretty straight, and the 1 ball is close, so he can cheat the pocket one way or the other. So he has a lot of freedom on what to do with the cue ball.
Oh.
So it looks like he's going to option to play the cue ball down table to shoot the 4 on the side.
Side or, that way he has the option for the side or the corner.
Yep. So I'm going to cut this ball in with a little low to hold the angle off of the 3 ball, keep on the tangent line, and that'll take him, well, it should take him, below the side pocket, down table for the 4.
What speed.
Nice
Look at
shot.
that speed.
Oh, it's just
Wow.
about perfect. Okay. Now, shooting the 4, if you stop it, you've got a pretty good angle. You don't want to go forward too much, because then you'll have to use more speed to get out. But then again, lefty trying to reach that, he's saying if he can reach it, he's saying, yeah, I can do that. So shoot the 4 on the side, leave the cue ball somewhere around where that 4 ball is. Yep.
Stop shot is
Stop
safer
shot.
than rolling forward.
Yep. Now, you have a choice. You can go 1 rail in towards the spot, or you can draw it wide 2 rails,
He may choose to go wide.
which puts you into the big end of the zone, but
Yeah.
that 10 ball is also pretty big there.
That's what he's looking at, I think.
Is it? Okay, let's find out. Yep, it is.
Pulls it hard and
Pulls it out.
stays nice and straight.
Big
for
end of the
side.
zone. And now he's got the 7 in the side. Looks like
Slight
he...
angle to the outside, which is fine. He doesn't want to drift towards the 8 at all.
I think he's got an
Stay
angle to
outside.
be able to go to the side rail and back out.
Or he may
If
choose
not,
to just-
he can just stop the ball.
Drift.
Okay, he does have the angle to go to the rail and out.
And then he's got a little bit more of an angle on the 8.
Yeah, it's straight enough to draw back down. Actually, you can draw off of this and shoot the 10 ball in the lower right-hand corner.
Again, left-handed versus right-handed shape. What do you do? What does he do? That's really the question.
Well, drawing it back, it's not a handed thing right here now.
Not when you get that straight.
Yeah.
Okay, this for the match.
I mean, he'll have to lean up against the table a little bit, but still, I think this is a foregone conclusion. And
Oh, wow.
IIMA-san, for the 2nd year in a row, moves into the semifinals, defeating Antonio Lining of the Philippines.
8-5.
8-5. That leaves Dennis Orcoyo.
As the sole Philippine representative from the 6th that started today.
Yeah. I do believe.
Okay, thank you all for joining us.
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. They cut it off pretty quickly. Yeah, IIMA beat Sean